Cheyenne FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
Yes, indeed, it is an absolutely beautiful Friday morning. The sun's shining, it's nice and warm out, and we've got Todd Van Sickle joining us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Paul. Thank you very much. We always talk about, oh, what a beautiful morning, and today is, it fits the bill. What a glorious morning. And sun was rising, the little pink and orange in the sky, and I know they say red sky at morning, sailor's warning, but I don't think we have to worry about that this weekend at all.
No, well, maybe a little bit on Sunday. We got a chance of showers and thunderstorms, but other than that, it'll be a nice weekend. A little cooler Sunday night into Monday and Tuesday, but otherwise we're going to stay about the same.
It's been a great week so far weather-wise. Grass is growing a little too fast, though, it seems like.
I know. I haven't made the first cut yet on the lawn because normally, you do that and it seems like it just takes off. So I'm trying to hold off as long as I can.
I did my first cut this weekend, and it already needs it again. So
yeah,
that's what you said. It's kind of like the more you cut it, the faster it grows, right?
Yep.
Well, it's going to be a great spring, it looks like.
Yes.
We have our special guest today, Melinda Clinger, Fulton County Historical Society Museum Director. Title right? We're going to be talking to her about the Redbud Rendezvous Trail. I think I mixed the words up there.
Redbud Trail Rendezvous.
Redbud Trail Rendezvous. That's what we'll be talking about today.
All right.
Do you plan ahead with anything, Paul?
Well, just for this weekend, I've actually made some plans.
That's good.
So normally I'm kind of like flying by the seat of my pants on what I'm doing for the weekend, but this weekend I actually made plans ahead of time.
Well, good. Well, I'm asking you to plan ahead now too for next year, April 8th. You know what that day is?
Yes, it is the next solar eclipse.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. Next year, this week, April 8th, will be the total solar eclipse, 2024. Parts of Indiana will be, I love this phraseology, the path of totality.
Yes.
That just seems like a real neat phrase. You're in the path of totality. But a lot of Indiana will be in there, and it's going to be one of the better eclipses that we've ever seen because we'll be in the path of totality for more than 4 minutes. So
yeah.
Plan ahead for April 8th next year.
Yeah, I'll play Black Hole Sun as it starts.
That's a great song for that. I did see where the Indianapolis Motor Speedway will be NASA's official observation and broadcast center.
Okay, that's cool. I did not realize
that. That's kind of cool. So April 8th, I think next year is a Monday. Might be a good day to take off and go experience some sky stuff.
Yeah, I'll just hang out front here.
We're a little bit north in Rochester.
I know.
You don't have to go very far south to get in the path of totality. But
no, we may do something for that.
Yeah. I think I still have my sunglasses that you bought from last time.
I do not. I didn't even have any last time, so.
Well, that's something I know we're talking a year ahead. That's a little pre-planning, but
yeah.
I saw that was this week. Just keep that in your mind for next year.
Yep,
we like talking about space things occasionally, and I have to try to come up with space news.
My kids are stoked about it. As soon as they announced it earlier this week, my daughter came home and she's like, "Guess what?" I'm like, "What?" She goes, "April 8th next year, total solar eclipse." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
That would be a big school activity that day where they go out and safely do that, or maybe she'll ask to take the day off. I might take the day off.
She can go to school and watch it with her friends.
Have a tech tip for today.
All right.
You ever seen in those charging stations, like in airports or malls or bus stations, hotels? The FBI is warning about those.
Okay.
Free public charging stations. Hackers can use those to connect to transmit malware onto your device.
Oh.
The FCC, Federal Communications Commission, has warned about juice jacking. That's what they call this.
Juice
So any of those, been in airports and hotels where you see public charging stations, be wary of those going forward.
Okay.
The best thing is to take your own charger, your own USB cord, and maybe an alternate charging device.
Yeah, you can pick up those, external charging batteries now and get a small cord.
They've been some of our gifts for the
yes.
opening a free account
Outright.
occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a little tech tip for today to
Okay.
let everybody practice safe charging.
Yeah.
Trivia today. Since we have Melinda Clinger here from the Fulton County Historical Society, thought some Fulton County trivia might be good.
All right.
Fulton County, Indiana was formed in what year? 1826, 1836, or 1838?
All right. I will take a guess at the end of the show.
A couple of those years are significant for history of Fulton County, too.
They are.
Because, I mean, two of them have something to do with Fulton County.
Okay.
And we'll tell you what the other one is other than the year it was formed. I bet you Melinda knows the other one, too. Welcome, Tanner, today for Sports and Tidbits.
Good morning.
What's going on?
We've got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Spring break's over. Been over for a couple of weeks now, and well, I guess some schools. No, I think it is probably over for last week. So I think it is over for everybody.
Everybody is officially done with
I
spring
think
break
we're in
back to
mid-April
school.
now, aren't we? I keep thinking it's early April. We're in mid-April, but
It's mid-April. Come on, Tanner.
I know. So a lot of sports going on locally. It's been a great week weather-wise, like you guys were mentioning at the start of the show. So thankfully for this week, there's been no cancellation of games or postponements or anything like that. So
Yeah.
a lot of games have been played this week, and a lot of games are going to be played tonight. Tonight around the local area, it looks like Rochester's baseball team is going to be heading over to play Colville Military Academy.
Okay.
That game's at 5 p.m. Also in baseball, Tippecanoe Valley's on the road at Bremen. That game starts at 5:30. And Caston is in North White. That's more of an evening game. That's at 7 p.m. And in softball, Rochester's at Culver Community. That game's at 4:30. Tippecanoe Valley's at host Plymouth, at 5 p.m. Caston is at Kokomo at 5:30. And North Miami travels to Western at 5:30. And we also have some girls tennis action tonight. Tippecanoe Valley travels to Columbia City. That match starts at 5 p.m.
And that's all today. That's
That's
just
all.
today.
That's
There's
just
probably
today.
stuff going on tomorrow, too.
Yes, there is. My sheet does not have that, but I guarantee you there's a lot going on.
Check out your local high school
Yes.
sports schedule, because I guarantee there's something going on.
I bet every sport's in action tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you would have listed, tomorrow even, that would have been it for Tanner. We would have had to have kicked him off.
Yeah, I
We
would
only
have.
have 30 minutes.
My schedule would have been pretty long, but
Yeah.
that's the beauty of spring sports. There's so much going on when the
Yeah.
weather's nice, so there's always something to go do. And most of those events, most of the spring sports events don't cost to
Right.
go watch. So go support your neighbors, your friends, family,
Grandchildren,
Yep,
nieces, nephews, yeah.
exactly. So great time of year.
Yeah.
Speaking of great time of year, spring, as a big golfer, I love the Masters. The Masters came and went last week. Fun tournament.
Got a little wet.
Got a little wet, yeah. Saturday was not fun to watch as a fan when CBS doesn't do their broadcast till 3 o'clock. And once the leaders came on, they played for 20 minutes before they shut things down. So that was kind of a bummer. You wait all day to watch, and then unfortunately Mother Nature down there in Augusta wanted to do 50 degree temperatures and just monsoon of rain. But thankfully that made for an exciting Sunday. The leaders played up to 30 holes. John Rahm ended up being this year's winner. It's his second major title. He won the 2021 U.S. Open. With this title, he's now ranked number 1 in the world. This won't be his last major title. He's very talented. He's only 28 years old. Really, for years, I thought he had all the tools of the trade. The one thing he needed to get under control was his temper. Well, now he's a father of 2 in the last few years, and I think that's really made him mature a little bit, and his temper's
It'll help.
kind of calmed down. So, and what I was impressed with him was this week he kept his commitment to the RBC Heritage Tournament and stayed in it. A lot of people thought he would withdraw just from being exhausted from last week. And he said, I made a commitment this tournament start of the year. And I put myself in fan shoes and kids' shoes, and I would want to see the Masters champion play. So he goes, that's what I'm doing. So,
I was reading for Sam Bennett, the amateur.
yeah,
He did
good,
really
good
well.
story with him. And he was going to play in his college tournament on Monday, right after he got back late Sunday night. But then he decided he was too tired to play Monday in a 36-hole tournament.
Where he carried his own bag.
Yeah, he would have carried his own bag and walked 36 holes after playing one of the most difficult courses in the world, not only to play but to walk for 4 straight days.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for bowing out of that one, but we will see a lot of Sam Bennett going forward in the future. I think he'll turn pro here within the next year.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, a lot of fun golf was played, a lot of headlines, and the PGA Championship will be here in a month. So that's the beauty of golf, major
Crazy
each
to
month for 4 straight months. So got some tidbits here this morning, Paul.
All right.
On this day in 1865, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln was shot by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater in Washington. He ended up passing away a day later.
Yes.
On this day in 1912, the RMS Titanic, the world's largest ocean liner, hit an iceberg at 11:40 p.m. off Newfoundland. It didn't sink in the early hours of April 15th.
Do you have any good tidbits?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I get those bad ones out of the way. On this day in 1968, the first NBA game was held at New York's iconic Madison Square Garden, the world's
Yes.
most famous arena, as they call it.
Oh yeah.
The Knicks beat the San Diego Rockets that day, 114 to 102.
Good game.
I have been to Madison Square Garden. It is really cool. Even if you're not a big sports fan, it's cool to go around the arena and see what concerts have been there, what other big events have been there outside of sporting events. It's the who's who have been at
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden.
Oh, yeah.
There, one way or the other.
So you've been there?
I have. Yeah,
Okay.
I went to the Big Ten
Cool.
tournament in 2018 when I was in New York, and it was check that off my bucket list. That was one venue I wanted to get to and had the chance to. So anybody out there has the chance, or if they're in New York City and has a chance, even to just go look at it, if nothing's going on, it's worth the time.
All right.
On this day, 1993, Bill Nye the Science Guy
Yes.
debuted in the U.S.
I love that show.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I was a big fan.
Yes.
It just reminds me of elementary school and bringing in the cart with the TV.
When the cart
and
rolled in, you knew Bill was on the TV.
And you knew it was a good class period that day. 'Cause
Yep.
we were going to be watching, so
I watched it with my kids. I think it was on Saturday mornings, if I recall.
Yes.
very entertaining.
Yeah, and he's back on Netflix with another show now too.
It stays on Netflix, and you'll see him on the news once in a while pop
Yep.
up when
It's a
something
little
scientific.
political now, but
Yeah,
A little bit, but
Yeah.
you know.
so science is fun.
the science is fun. And on this day in 2019, Tiger Woods won his fifth Masters title and 15th overall major title. Tiger did have to withdraw this week. His body is just having trouble holding up anymore for a 4-day tournament.
Yeah.
So that Masters victory in 2019 might be his last victory of a golf tournament.
That wreck did some damage.
Sure did. And he's only going to play about 5 or 6 tournaments a year anymore. He's really slowing down. He doesn't have anything to prove.
No, no, he's done.
One of the best, if not the best golfer of all time.
Yep.
Well, we got some national days here. Today's National Gardening Day. Good day for it with the
Yeah.
weather outside. It's Day of Silence.
Ah, big fan of that.
We don't want that radio.
No,
No,
no.
National Dolphin Day.
Okay.
And National Look Up at the Sky Day.
Ah, wear your sunglasses.
Yeah.
Be careful if you're walking or biking while you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
and
good. Good point.
Best to kind of sit down and look up, or lay down on the ground and look up,
Or stand still.
or stand still. Yeah, you
Still
can
be
do
on the
that
move.
too.
Those are the tidbits I have for this morning.
Okay.
We do have upcoming local events. Rochester High School Triep is presenting The Wizard of Oz. That's going on tonight and tomorrow at 7 p.m. Tickets are on sale and can be bought at the Rochester office today from 8 p.m. to 2:45 or 8 a.m. Excuse me, to 2:45 p.m. That's $10 for adults and $5 for children 10 and under.
Okay.
I have another event to add to that too. The Chamber Gala is coming up on April 29th.
It
It's
is.
that time of
And,
year.
if you want a table or seat, you can still get those, but also they have the awards listed out, and you can vote for those and go to the Fulton County Post. I
Yes.
heard that from Johnny McCurry a little bit earlier. There's a link on there to
There is.
go vote for the local awards.
Yep. And talked to Jillian yesterday, and she said voting ends Sunday. So get out there and vote if you haven't yet.
Take advantage of that. It's a good way to recognize leaders in our community.
Yep.
I better get online to vote.
You better. Hurry up.
So moving on, money news. The Dow finished up about 400 points almost yesterday. It's up about 600 points during the week. You're a big Subway fan, Subway sandwich fan?
Yeah.
Well, they're for sale, actually. Did you know that?
I did not.
They're taking, it's for an auction, and there's up to 10 possible bidders for that. And they're thinking it may sell for about $10 billion.
Wow. 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 Hey, Tanner, you looking to start a new business?
Well, actually, it's kind of interesting. It started in 1965 by one person who was just trying to earn a little money for college tuition. I'm not sure if that person's still in the ownership, but going from that college tuition to $10 billion is a pretty good success story.
Yeah.
At one time, there was more Subway locations worldwide than there were McDonald's.
Yes.
But
It's up there in the top.
Yeah, I know it's up there.
I
I
think
dropped
if you
a
look
little
at
bit,
U.S. or
but-
world, I think maybe they're second U.S., but maybe first world.
I think you're right. Yeah.
It's a lot of locations.
A lot.
Super Mario Brothers fan, Paul?
Yeah. I saw the movie's doing well.
Yeah,
They do very well.
Yeah, estimated $377 million, making it the biggest opening for an animated movie over Warcraft and Frozen 2.
All right.
I'm sure it probably led movies over the weekend too, all movies.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it did. Yeah. It's. I thought it'd be popular, but those numbers surprised me, Evan.
Oh yeah, it's a little more popular than I was anticipating.
Were you a big gamer, Super Mario Brothers?
Oh
I
yeah.
was gonna say you got the, I grew up playing Mario on Super Nintendo and then Nintendo 64 and just on and up and up. And now you got the new wave. I mean, it's
Yeah, and you can, if you get the Switch, you can spend a little bit of money and get a yearly subscription, and you can play some of the old games, which includes the original Mario Brothers games.
different generations of Super Mario Bros. Fans.
Yes,
Do either of you have an interest in seeing the movie?
I
I,
do.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. Yeah.
I do. My kids went and saw it last weekend, or last week with the school, and they thought it was absolutely hilarious. They enjoyed it, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Another Super Mario Brothers news. I saw the Library of Congress this past week was naming significant songs of over history and going back at least 25 years, and one of them was "Stairway to Heaven." Of course, that's kind of a significant song.
Yeah.
But the other thing that hit my news was that the Super Mario Brothers theme song from the game was actually referenced that as being significant in our history.
I can agree with that, or the theme song for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles always gets stuck in my head. So
Those are two iconic ones.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean I can almost hear that in my head
I
right
can
now.
hear it in
yeah.
my head.
Super Mario Brothers right now.
I almost wanted to start saying it, but we post our videos on YouTube, and I know what YouTube will do if I do that, so I'm not going to.
It's a cover.
That's not really money news, but it's Super Mario Brothers. Really.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Super Mario Brothers news, right?
Nope, not at all.
The bank's open today from 8:30 to 5. Tomorrow 8:30 to noon. You can bank with us anytime online through our mobile app or through our ATM. We still have one of the best checking accounts around for customers. That's the Simply Free Checking, and we also have a free business account. Same thing where you don't have those high monthly maintenance fees on an account, so we can meet all your deposit needs through these specific accounts or even through other programs like our certificate of deposit programs. We have a great rate right now at 9 months for 4.32% APY. That's highest rate in 15, 20 years right now. So it's a good deal out there. Also, First Federal's known for our mortgage loans.
Yep.
We have a closed-end second mortgage special right now. You can get a reduced rate. So if you had refinanced over the last few years, you have a lower rate on your primary first mortgage, but you have a home improvement need or a debt consolidation need, we can hook you up with a closed-end second loan so you can make payments on that to take advantage of your equity, but also maybe extend the payment terms and get a good rate for that too. So check us out. Contact Ben Dalton or Stacy Wilson. They'd be happy to help you out with that. We're also Lindy Green for any type of small business loan. We're there to help you out too. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which our video will be out there on our YouTube channel in the next couple of days. So you can check out today's radio show or any other radio show. And it's a good thing to maybe be nostalgic about.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're getting ready to talk to Melinda Clinger. I think she's been a great guest of ours over the years, and it's been a couple of years, but you can go back and look at some old videos of Melinda on the show, maybe with Dick even sometimes.
Yep.
So we're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender, and our MLS number is 39927.
Forgot that.
39927.
There we go. Now we're legal.
Yeah. They always got to keep me straight. Get carried away with too many nines, too little nines. Well, welcome, Melinda. We're glad you're here.
Thank you.
We got some big news coming up. You're museum director. That's your title, right?
Yes, yes.
You've been there. Great history there, right?
Oh,
How long
yes.
have you been there?
This is my 42nd year working with the museum.
That's awesome. You're a mainstay at the museum. There's a lot always going on out there. In fact, we were talking before the radio show. We have the big thing coming up, April 29th and 30th, the Redbud Trail Rendezvous.
Right.
But also you have some events coming up this weekend and next weekend.
Yes.
You can highlight those.
As of tomorrow morning from 8 to 4, the FOP is having their gun show. So come on out if you're needing some supplies. There'll be 2 rooms completely full and we'll have food all day. And then the 22nd, the Fulton County Animal Shelter is putting on a craft show. So have a whole different ball of wax, but a lot of neat stuff that people make locally and from others from different places, but it all supports the animal shelter.
That's great. Support the animal shelter, but it's also museums always available for tours and things like that,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, so if you haven't been there, you need to go out and see what's there, because if you're interested in history of Fulton County and Indiana, there's a lot of really neat things there.
Yes.
And you curate all that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You're always adding some little new things as you find things.
Exactly, exactly. We have 17 displays within the museum itself, and then we have the round barn, and there's other buildings which we'll have open hopefully during the Redbud for people to see inside, to see most of the history here of Fulton County, and that's what we're pertaining to is mainly Fulton County history.
So that's in 2 weeks, the Redbud Trail Rendezvous.
Yes, April
Paul and I were
29th and
thinking
30th.
like this weather would be perfect for that, so we'll try to arrange that for you.
Well, let's
I
hope.
want to try.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what's going on with the Redbud Trail Rendezvous on the 29th and 30th.
The Redbud Trail we started back in 1990, and it was to have a spring event for the participants, the rendezvous people, to get out, get their things out to make sure they're ready for the season. It's a learning event for new people to come in, to first-timers to figure out what the event's about. Everything is pre-1865, so we go up to Civil War for the Redbud. And we have different presenters during the day that do historic music. We'll have a tinsmith there this time. We'll have several blacksmiths, a pewter casting person. So there's a lot of different things that you can see besides just looking at the programs and seeing the people that are selling the wares from the time period.
So there's some learning opportunities there.
Oh,
kind
yes,
of,
yes.
Interactive programs.
Yes, you can go and watch, and the blacksmiths, if you're wanting to learn, I'm sure that they would let you get right there at the forge. And our local blacksmiths meet the second Saturday of each month and do teaching. And so
That's awesome.
sometimes there's 20, 25 people in the shop on Saturday.
Okay. And there's a lot that happens on the grounds of the Redbud Trail Rendezvous. There'll be campers, things like
Yes,
that.
there'll be historic tents with people selling different items. Of course, the Historic Society will have food booth, so we'll have buffalo burgers, ham and beans, and stew. And then
This is kind of your famous ham and beans recipe, right?
oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. They're the best when they're cooked in an iron kettle.
Yeah, they are.
So anyway, our programming on Saturday will include Mark and Liza Wolliver from Plymouth. They do different music. Jennifer LaFoon. She and her husband had come for years, and Lane passed away a couple of years, and she's coming back this year. Different and unusual for this year, the River Valley Colonials, which usually come to the Trail of Courage, are coming to Indiana to practice because they have people all over the Midwest. And so they've set it up that they're going to stay at the museum, do some practicing, and they're going to come out and do a performance for us for free.
And what, they're a fife and drum?
Fife and drum.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yes. Part of them are coming from Wisconsin, and but they have several, and so they usually come to Indiana at least a couple times a year to practice because they do a lot of different festivals and things in Indiana.
So there is a link kind of between the Redbud Festival and the Fall Festival.
You're right,
too.
right.
And so they kind of help support each other a little bit.
Yes. And then we also have Paul Mitchell from Culver, who will be there to play music on Sunday. Kim Hoover, who has Boots to House from Star City. Great programming. She does animal rehabilitation. And so if you ever need something or wanting a place to do a donation, Boots to House is a nonprofit, and they support and save animals if they can. I've seen just a couple days ago that there was an eagle that she had taken in and connected with somebody else.
Well, that's what I like about what you do with the Historical Society. There's a lot of collaboration with other good things that are happening in
Yes,
the community,
yes.
and kind of help each other out a little bit.
Right.
That's good.
Yes, nonprofits have to stick together and try to support each other, and you know, you get a little farther that way, and the more people you connect with, the better off you are.
That's great.
So anyway, so our timing for the festival is Saturday, will be 10 to 5, April 29th, and on Sunday it'll be 10 to 4. Admission is $3. Kids are,
That's a great deal. You
Kids
can't
are
do it
free.
for $3.
yeah, kids are free, and it's just a fun time to get out and learn some history.
And the proceeds help support the museum and
Yes.
operate the museum.
Yes.
And that's always a need. I mean,
Yes.
even if you can't make it out this weekend, maybe think about making a donation to support the museum, because there's a lot of good things happening out there, and there's always a good use for the money.
Exactly. And like I said, you know, as you said, we're constantly busy, and we have 2 meeting rooms out there, and they're in constant use. And then we work with the Scouts during the week. They come out and have meetings out there. The Optimists have a Special Olympics group that meets out there. So, you know, we're trying to help anybody and everybody, but keeping the museum going and supporting is good. Thank you.
So if anybody in our community is looking for a venue for the event, reach out to Melinda, and you can probably work something out with her.
Yes.
That's
If
great.
the date's available.
Have the Redbud Trail Rendezvous coming up, and that's 2 weeks from this weekend,
Yes.
April 29th and 30th. And what do you go over the hours again? And
We're open on Saturday from 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4.
great. And for $3, can't do anything.
Right.
$3 is a great entry fee there. So
And then
anything
while
else?
you're there, you can see the museum and
Yeah.
besides the festival.
Some of the 17 exhibits.
Mhm.
Anything else you want to talk about with the museum today? Any other exciting things happening this summer, later on, or anything like that?
Well, I decided earlier in the year that the museum is 60 years old this year.
That's awesome.
We started
Happy
in
anniversary.
1963, so later in the summer we're going to do an open house type thing and have the buildings open so people can come and see. And I have memory boards that I did when we did our 50th, and so I got another 10 years of boards to do, but at least I found the old ones. But we're constantly doing things, trying to get our buildings up to date. The county, of course, with the ARPA grant last year, blacktopped our parking
That's
lot.
awesome. They paved parking lot.
And they got us a new sign out there. We have a lighted sign that'll go out. We're going through a variance thing right now with that. But, you know, we really appreciated that donation from the county. There is somebody, Corey Thomas is going to come out and put the lines on the parking lot so that people know where to park. I said it's the same lot out there. We just took the grass away, but they don't know how to park now.
That's probably true. So, even if you want to support, I mean, reach out, make a donation.
Yes.
Even if you haven't been out there for a few years, things are always changing a little bit with the exhibits.
Yes, we're constantly taking in donations.
It can always
You
be
know,
fresh.
Yes, we have to be careful on how much donations we take because of space problems. But we are still taking stuff.
Well, thank you for all you do. You've had a great history there, and the Historical Society and the Museum wouldn't be the same without you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you. It's taken a lot of people over the years to get where we are.
So you can help play in the trivia here.
Okay.
Fulton County, Indiana was formed in what year? 1826, 1836, and 1838.
Well, I'm going to go off of a clue she gave me and go 36, because she was pretty harsh when she said 1835. So I'm going to go with 36.
That's the right answer, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. The other year, 1838, is significant too.
Okay.
Linda, why?
The Potawatomi were removed on what was called the Trail of Death in 1838.
So that's our trivia for today. Congratulations again.
Yeah. Well, thanks to Melinda for the clue in the middle of the show there.
We'll close with words of wisdom. About history, it takes an endless amount of history to make even a little tradition. That's from Henry James, an American writer.
Those are great words of wisdom. So thank you so much, Todd. Thank you, Melinda. And we'll see you guys again.
Have a great weekend.